I'd like to welcome all committee members and officers to the meeting. We've received apologies from Councillor de Gorn, who I know is attending a bus forum related meeting, but Councillor Craghill has agreed to substitute. So welcome, Denise, to the meeting. Agenda item 1 is declarations of interest. Do members have anything to declare at this stage? I can't see any, so therefore nothing to declare under declarations of interest. We then move on to agenda item 2, exclusion of press and public. So this is to consider the exclusion of the press and public for consideration of Annex A to agenda item 7, which is a pension or exit discretion, on the grounds that it contains information relating to individuals and the financial affairs of particular persons under the Local Government Act 1972. We'll consider that item at the end of the meeting, so we'll have as much as possible in public. But could I see those in favour of agreeing when we get to agenda item 7, exclusion of press and public? Thank you, Councillor Hook. You were quicker than my hand was going. Thank you all. So it's a clear majority in favour of excluding the press and public. And then agenda item 3 is the minutes of the previous meeting, which are on pages 1 to 6. Are there any matters arising from the minutes? If not, if I could see those in favour of accepting the minutes, please. Thank you very much. So again, a clear majority in favour of accepting the minutes. Thank you very much. And then we move to agenda item 4, which is public participation. There are no registered public participants for today's staffing matters and urgency. Just to note, anybody obviously watching at home or afterwards is very welcome. And then we move on to agenda item 5, changes to membership of committees and outside bodies. This is listed on pages 7 to 10, and there's also been an agenda supplement that has been published, but I'll bring Janie Berry in to introduce this. Janie.
Thank you, Chair. This is our report which notifies of changes to appointments to the various committees, and in the agenda you can see the details. I just want to explain the reasoning around the supplemental agenda, if I may. I've been approached by Councillor Taylor, who has expressed to me his desire to come off the Audit and Governance Committee. He has also asked to come off the outside bodies that he represents. He's informed me that he did approach the leader of the council to consider his appointing a suitable replacement for his committee position on the Audit and Governance Committee. I understand that the Liberal Democrats have put forward a nominee for the Audit and Governance Committee. Obviously, when I prepared this supplemental report, the details were not available at that time. But I just want to clarify that this is the expressed wishes and feelings of Councillor Dave Taylor at this time. Also confirm that with Councillor Dave Taylor's agreement, he is willing to have a place on the Housing Appeals Panel as well. So that is included in the supplemental report. Councillor Taylor did sit on a number of outside bodies, which are listed on page 2 of the supplemental agenda. And my colleague, Angela, Democracy Officer, will now just go through the nominees for the replacements to those outside bodies. Thank you, Chair.
So the nominees that we have for the A&G committee is Councillor Daubney, and then for outside bodies it's Councillor Baker for Looked After Children, Councillor de Gorn for Waste and Minerals Plan, Councillor Baker or Councillor de Gorn if there's been Micklegate discussed on the Terrace Community Forum, Councillor de Gorn on Wenlock Terrace, Councillor de Gorn on the York Outer Ring Road Board with Councillor Craghill to sub, and Councillor Fenton on the Transport for the North Scrutiny Committee with Councillor Hook to sub. And that's all of the appointments.
Thank you very much for those. And presumably a list of those changes, the ones in the papers and also the supplementary changes, will be added to the minutes
Yes,
of the meeting, published and obviously reflected on the council committee structure.
Yes, they will, Chair.
I don't have anything to add. Councillor Craghill, do you, about your nominations? Or are you happy? Are you happy with them as read? So just to open that item first to any questions or comments for Janie. If not, obviously we've got pages 7 to 10 in front of us with a number of nominations that we are requested to change, and then those read verbally from Angela, and obviously the reasons given by Janie. And then the recommendation is that we're asked to consider the changes and approve them to committee and outside body appointments. So with no questions or comments, could I see those in favour of that recommendation, please? Thank you very much. So that's a clear majority in favour of recommendation at paragraph 9 on page 9. So that then takes us on to agenda item 6, which is the committee work plan, and over to Trudy Foster.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. So we've included, we made amendments following the papers at the last month's meeting. So the papers that the dates for November and December dates have actually been published now, with the 16th of November and the 14th of December. The meeting in December will bring back the workforce demographics, and also it's proposed we'll bring back at that time the CLG structure.
Thank you very much, Trudy. Any comments or questions on the draft work plan? If not, if we could agree that committee's draft work plan, please, if I could see a show of hands for that. Thank you very much. And then we can move on to agenda item 7. Before we do, just for the minutes, agenda item 8 is urgent business, and I haven't got or been told that we have any business that is considered urgent, just for the record. And now we'll move to agenda item 7, which is the pension or exit discretion. But as agreed earlier in the meeting, we'll drop into private session. So thank you to those for watching the Staffing Matters Committee. I'm sure we'll be back for the next meeting soon. Thanks all. Bye-bye.